Hey YouTubers, how y'all doing today? Like I said, man, this Rich one. I told you anything I could do to help you guys with any information that I know. I don't know everything. I'm not one of those truckers to claim that I know everything going on in the trucking industry. I'm learning, and as I go, I'm going to share my experiences, like I said. So like I said, it's all about each one teaching one and passing the information down for the up and coming generation that's coming behind us, you know. So with that being said, I'm in Louisville, Kentucky today. Today's September 26, 2016, and I'm just responding back to one of my viewers. Funny too, because I don't know, his name's Fidel Castro. So Fidel Castro, this is answering to your response about how I bought my truck and how I went about getting my truck. So for those that planning to buy a truck, these are some of the things that steps I took before going in and actually purchasing my truck. But I'm gonna get right to it. We don't want to waste too much time, you know, with this. But like I said, one of my biggest advice that I'm gonna always give to new truckers just coming out there, something that I did and I'm still doing, is talking to other truckers. I'm one of the types that are not scared or ashamed or shy when coming to approach someone about anything or any like information that I would need that can help me. I believe you have to seek to find answers. So if I see someone, I used to see owner operators, and I'll just approach them. Hey, how you doing, man? Everything all right, man? I see. How do you like it? And I just start conversation and try to inquire how, and try to pick their brain and figure out the mindset that they have. At the time, I was a company driver, but like I said, I wanted to understand how it was to become an owner operator. So that was my goal. So I spoke to a lot of owner operators. All right. So like I said, basically what I'm saying is you gotta step out of your comfort zone and begin approaching people and speaking to people. Okay, I mean, that's the only way to get information outside of, and it's to me, it's actually the best way of getting information from the horse's mouth. Basically, truck drivers that's been in the industry years, and they're giving you their advice on the industry. You know, some will mislead you. I'm not gonna lie. I met some truck drivers. They limit the information they give you because I guess they're, you know, it's just like I said, an insecurity. I met one guy. He was complaining about how the industry, sooner or later, there's not going to be any jobs for truck drivers, because he was saying all the illegal immigrants are coming and taking the jobs. And I didn't believe that to be true, because it's so much freight out there to be moved. So insecurities like that keep people from, they don't like seeing people coming in the industry, because in their mind it threatens their income and putting food on the table. But I don't think that. I look at the U.S. as too broad and too huge, and there's endless amounts of money floating everywhere for those who want it. So it's more than enough. It's like air to breathe. So that's my opinion. That's why I don't mind sharing information. But back to it. Like I said, talk to other truck drivers. Very good, useful information. I was able to move further by doing that, faster. Okay, so got my notes here. Hold on a second. Company drivers, okay, stay. Okay, so as like I said, I was a company driver. I said, you know what? I want to be able to go ahead and get my truck and start making a little bit more money, so I won't spend so much time out to make money, because, you know, I got a family. I got kids at home that I want to spend time with, and also have a relationship. So I don't want to be out a month and a half just to make ends meet. And I'm not really making any money. So I figured, you know, I got to get my truck to see real money, you know. So with that being said, what I did at that point, and then I'm going back to speaking to other truck drivers. I spoke to a truck driver when I first started driving trucks, and I asked him a question. I said, hey, listen, if you had a chance to do it all over again when you started driving, what would you change? He said to me, he said, the only thing I regret doing is, and I can't forget it. He said, the only thing I regret doing is being a company driver for the first 7 years of me being in the industry. So he said that was the worst thing he did, because once he bought his truck and started seeing the money from having his own truck, he figured that was where he needed to be, and he should have been there a long time ago. So when he said that, I made up my mind right then and there. I said, you know what? I don't want to make that mistake. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to go ahead and purchase my own truck as soon as possible. So at that point, for those that are like me, I wasn't fortunate enough to have a silver spoon where I could go ask my mother or father for $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $60,000 to go purchase a truck outright. I had to grind from the bottom, basically. And what happened was, I'm going to tell you the way I did it. I mean, some of you guys probably been driving a while and already have the money saved up. But me, I didn't have the money saved up at the time. So what I did, like I said, I made plans. I said, okay, well, this year, my first year driving trucks, I'm going to save up as much money as I can. And like I said, it's hard saving when you're taking care of a family, maintaining bills and whatnot. And, a lot of truckers could attest to that. But what happened was, I saved as much as I can. And then what I had on top of income tax season coming around and loved ones supporting me, here and there, I was able to put down $10,000 on my truck. Okay, so $10,000, not trying to make it seem like it's not reachable. I want you guys to know I'm just like majority of you guys out there. I'm in the same situation, basically trying to put food on the table, take care of my bills, and just take care of family. And it gets hard. Sometimes people say save money, but when you're taking care of family, you're already in the hole, you owe money, all these things come into play. It's hard to save money. So whatever, that's what I end up doing. But so like I said, between the money that I had saved up in the bank, then putting income tax, and then like I said, I asked a family member to let me borrow $1,000 at the time, and another friend of mine's $1,000, and then I put together the bread and boom, put 10,000 out. Okay. One thing that I want you guys to also do is before I bought a truck, I actually did a lot of research throughout that year, getting magazines, the truck paper especially. I got the truck paper, and then I downloaded the application. So basically what I would do on my free time, on my downtime, I'll just look at trucks, see which ones, and then you start to learn about different trucks and how much they go for, what you could afford and whatnot. So I would suggest that you guys download that truck paper. That truck paper is real good at it. They have trailers, trucks. So basically you have a value on everything, and you see how much of it, and you'll see if you can obtain it or not, which, like I said, you can obtain anything. Like I said, me, I was fortunate too enough to have good credit too, so that also helped me. So if you guys are just starting out, you plan on buying a truck, I would suggest that you start working on your credit. Within a year's time, your credit should be better. I think I had like a 710 when I came in there, but I would have been good in the sixes. Based off what the salesman told me. He said if I was in 640s, 650s, I would have been able to get the truck with no problem with a nice money down. But like I said, if you have bad credit, I would say you have to save up a little bit more money, because you're going to have to put more money down if you have terrible credit. So there's always ways around that. You understand me? It's all leveraging. You got to leverage it out. Bad credit, more money. Good credit, less money. It all works out. But either way, you can get it as long as you put your mind to it. Okay, so now download that truck paper. That's basically what I'm saying. So you can start looking at the trucks and seeing and whatnot. Okay, so now another thing, when I went to buy the truck, another good advice that I got from another truck driver is, he said he made the mistake one time of buying a truck from one of those little rinky-dink mom and pop truck dealers on the corner of I-95 and everything like that. And they were telling me, look, man, that was the worst mistake of his life at the time. So